Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is episode 2 of Fireplace Conversations, and I'm going to share a recipe of a low carb, low calorie hot cocoa recipe. And so we will get on that first, and then we will get back to the conversation, which is going to be about, what was it going to be about? Why do I always forget? I don't really know why. It's going to be about categorizing what's considered healthy, what's considered not healthy, and how we get our mindsets stuck on this thing of like not wanting to eat certain things because we think it's healthy even though we've never had it before. So breaking out the mold of what's healthy, what's not healthy, and just enjoying yourself and trying new things. So let's get started today. Hey guys, I will share the calories and macros with you after we make this. So I'm going to explain how to make it and then show you how to make it. So the way to make it low carb and even like low fat is to get sugar-free options and also low fat options. So almond milk and even this like coconut creamer, these are low fat options and also low carb. So instead of using like heavy whipping cream, use like a creamer, and you don't need a whole lot. So other ways of sweetening it up is going to be the almond milk is a little sweet, but the macros are only 2.5 grams of fat and 8 grams of carbs. And then I'm going to use the Nestle Toll House cocoa powder because I love Nestle. I prefer it over Hershey's, but this is where some of your carbs come from, but it's going to be really good and really creamy and smooth. And then I have a stevia sweetener. This is just if I decide that I want a little sweeter, but I did buy the, which one is this? The heavy cream. It's sugar-free, but it is slightly sweetened, so I might not need a stevia. But this is just to top it off and make it, delicious. And of course you can't have hot cocoa without whipped cream. And then ground cinnamon, just to sprinkle it on top, adds another like dimension of flavor, and I love having ground cinnamon in hot chocolate. So I'm gonna get started. I'm actually gonna just boil the almond milk in the microwave because it's way faster than putting it in the pot and boiling it on the stove. So let's get started. Mix everything in the measuring cup and then pour it in the hot cocoa mug. So we're gonna do 1.5 tablespoons of the cocoa powder. A little bit more, there we go. And I'm just gonna mix this first. Make sure it's blended really well. Should blend pretty smooth and easy because it is hot. I'm going to sweeten it up with just 1 tablespoon of coconut creamer right now. This is just for a little bit more flavor. All right, and I'm going to pour it in my mug. It actually tastes really good, so I'm not going to add any stevia in it. So no stevia. I'm going to keep it just how it is. And then I'm going to use this heavy whipping cream that is sugar-free. And then just a dash of cinnamon. And there you have it. Alright, so this hot cocoa seriously is so delicious, and I'm going to share with you what the calories and macros are compared to just like a regular mix with like 2% milk or something. So with all these ingredients that I added to it, it's only 130 calories. And the macros, it's 2 grams of protein, 18 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of fat. Now, if you were to use like a regular Nestle hot cocoa mix or something like that with 2% milk, it's going to be 203 calories. So it's going to be more calories by at least like 80 calories. And it's going to have 5 grams of protein, 34 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of fat. So you're cutting the carbs in half, and you're essentially cutting the calories in half. So it's still just as delicious and just tastes amazing. Today's topic for Fireplace Conversations, you can't really see my fireplace, but it's there, I swear. So this conversation is kind of something that's been, I don't know, I've noticed like on social media, and also just like people telling me that they're struggling with nutrition and stuff. Especially, I just started a 4-week program, and I feel like people have more concerns. Like when I ask them, what are you struggling with most? It's always nutrition. And nutrition is because, you know, there's so much out there. There's so much food out there, but there's also like a lot of different exercise techniques and different things you can do. But it's kind of like you just go work out. Like you can do anything and get results too. But when it comes to nutrition, there's so much information out there that's hard to like know what you're supposed to do. And I feel like there's this weird stigma of healthy. Part of that is, I guess, people keep identifying certain foods as healthy, which granted, they're healthy because it's got more nutritional value. So that's where you're separating different foods by, is it nutritionally dense or is it not? Vegetables have vitamins and nutrients, and you're gonna go to a Pop-Tart, you know, they both have carbs, but if you go to like a Pop-Tart, there's no actual nutritional value. So that's like the difference of what you consider healthy and not healthy. But it's weird how like people say, I don't want to eat that because it's too healthy. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all, because it really should be like broken down by, I don't like eating that because it doesn't taste good to me, and I like eating this because it tastes good to me. Too many people think, well, green beans is too healthy, so like I don't like that. And then usually you ask, and it's like half the people haven't even had green beans before. So you're like, well, how do you even know you don't like that? You've never even eaten it before. You just assume it's like healthy, so you don't want it. And I guess I bring that up too because I used to be like that. Like, I would not eat salads, and I wouldn't eat certain vegetables. And part of that is being grown up on like not eating those types of foods, but also I never really had it. I just assumed that it was nasty. So I had my first salad when I was about 18 or 19 years old. I think it was 18. And it was the best thing ever. And I eat salads all the time. I love it. And so I broke that cycle of like, it's too healthy or it doesn't taste good. I've never even tried it. You need to like stop thinking about what's healthy and what's not healthy, and more focus on what tastes good to you and what doesn't taste good to you. I don't really care for Brussels sprouts, but if I add some pepper, salt to it, and throw in some Parmesan cheese, I love it. And so as long as my entire like daily caloric intake meets my goals, which my goals are to maintain my body fat and to put on more muscle and to eat enough to have energy through the day to function for work, for the gym, and just life. I don't want to have this like cognitive disability because I'm not eating enough food or carbs that my brain is just like not functioning at all. It's just kind of one of those things that I'm kind of rambling here, but that's, I guess, part of this whole episode is just conversation. But do you feel like you associate healthy with certain foods, even though you've never tried it? You just assume that you don't want to eat it because it's healthy? Like, it's weird that we avoid the things that are good for us, but we'll have the things that are bad for us. Like, we won't think twice about eating pizza or indulging in like 3 or 5 drinks one evening, but the second we decide to like eat a salad or portion our chicken with like green beans or make meal prep, we're like we just shut it away and like don't want to do it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I know that I think like that sometimes, but over this past year, I've tried so many different ways of eating and trying different foods, and I realized that I'm actually like replacing things I used to eat with the things that are better options, like different creamers that are more healthy and have less ingredients and that's not filled with chemicals, and having foods that, you know, the foods are there to fuel your body. You should eat the things that you enjoy. So yes, I enjoy pizza and I enjoy cakes and cookies, and I have a weakness for all these things, but it's all about balancing those things in your day and having portions to where you can indulge every once in a while, but it's more eating the things that taste good to you. Don't focus on this is healthy, this is not healthy. It should be, this does not taste good to me, I don't like eating this, but this tastes good to me, I'm going to add this to my diet. So expand your mind and like, I guess, think of the foods that you want to consume and want to eat, and not necessarily categorize it as like healthy or not healthy. Just categorize it as like what you enjoy to eat. I like so many different vegetables, but I also hate a lot of different vegetables. So I eat the same vegetables and fruits that I enjoy, but I do not necessarily buy and touch the ones that I don't like. And I've tried them and I know I don't like them. So that's the difference. Like, you gotta try it. It's the same thing with like, it's weird, like people, I'm like all over the place. I have a couple coworkers that are like, Jacqueline, you always eat healthy, why are you eating that cookie? And it's like, because I want it. Like it's just one cookie. It's like makes up probably 5% of my total caloric intake, that I can have that one cookie and be okay. I'm not going to think that I have to be this perfectionist eating everything called healthy, which cookies do not follow underneath the healthy category, but it tastes good and that cookie's not going to ruin my day. But I'm eating my lunch, my snacks, my dinner that's going to fuel me, give me the micronutrients I need, and like just make me feel good. So I guess I'm like kind of repeating myself, but I feel like it's just one of those things where not necessarily thinking that just because something is healthy, you don't want it. Like, break that mentality and that like psychological thought of you don't deserve it, or maybe you don't think you need it because it's too healthy. Look at it as, hey, it tastes good, and make things taste good the way you like it. Like this hot cocoa. This is like a low carb, low calorie hot cocoa. I could be having the other stuff that is worse for me and has other chemicals and just like junk. But instead I'm using this coconut creamer that is natural. I'm using ingredients that, substitute other things that could be worse for me. So it's not like you have to like completely remove it from your health and diet and your daily routine. Like, I like hot cocoa, I'm gonna still have it. I'm just substituting and changing it the way I can still enjoy it and feel good about it. So those are like the small things, is not necessarily removing things from your diet, but substituting it for things that might be a better version of it, and not feeling guilty for the decisions that you make, but just taking it a day at a time and enjoying the things that you like to eat, and being open-minded to trying things that you consider healthy that you've never even actually had, and you might end up loving it, like I do with green beans and Brussels sprouts and different things that I have not eaten in the past 25 years of my life, that I've eaten more this year than I have ever. So consider that, think about it, try this hot cocoa, you will love it, and thank you for watching. I will see you next time.